Hey everybody, this is the Crossman Sports Talk Podcast, episode 19. How's everybody doing this evening? We're going to start off the evening after we did our pick up a flag, throw a flag last week. I had Deshaun Watson on mine, and wow, has that shit turned for the worse. So, when we talked last week on Wednesday, he was at 2, and now we are at 16 women have filed civil lawsuits against Mr. Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun touched my pee-pee Watson.
They're varying degrees of sexual assault, and so it's putting his future as a quarterback in doubt. For sure.
Definitely.
So, yeah. So we're seeing some really crazy things going on here. So
putting his ability to not be behind bars in jeopardy.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where the NFL is doing their own investigation on the side. All 16 women have the same attorney right now.
That's bad.
So there's some potential criminal acts that are being looked into as well. There's possible physical evidence and multiple counts of different reports that say, this situation.
Put your finger in my butt.
So yeah, and we'll talk about that in a second here. I pulled up that article too. All these allegations and everything. So this is just getting crazy out of control.
Yeah, way out of hand.
A lot of the women are the same kind of thing. It's all he's getting massages by these women that are masseuses, and he keeps telling that he wants his glutes, massaged, and he wants his lower abdominals massaged, and he wants more than that massage from everything that's coming out. So they're calling them Jane Does currently. So Jane Doe number 15 said she was surprised that a famous NFL quarterback sought her out. She alleged that she informed him that she was a licensed personal trainer, not a massage therapist, and that she could help with post-workout muscle therapy, but massages were not her specialty. Watson was undeterred and scheduled her to come to his house in May 28th of this last year. She arrived at his house, and he had like a theater room set up where she was going to do the massage. In the lawsuit, she's alleging that when they were doing it, he flipped over onto his back, then the towel fell off. I'm quoting putting my fingers in quote. Watson was completely naked and exposed his penis to the plaintiff. And then he moved his penis onto her hand.
He moved it, yay.
And then she describes that pre-ejaculate leaked out of his penis. So this is getting really...
I know a little too much about Deshaun.
Really bad. So we're getting a lot going on here with them. So here's where everything gets a little more funky here. So the second masseuse in these claims... I don't know, this is nothing to laugh about, but this is in regards to what's going on here. So plaintiff number 2 is claiming that he, at times, wanted her to oil his anus several times in aggressive matters.
Oil it aggressively.
So what is happening out here? So he flew out to Houston. He had this woman come down here so that she can take care of him. So in regards to, because she was very confused. So he kept having her go towards his genitals, and he kept pushing it, and he kept having his penis exposed. So now, and then it got to the point where he wanted extra oil on his anus, and now it came out that because the plaintiff for number 2 said she still wanted to do it because she didn't know what he wanted to do per se, and then she's a single mom with 2 kids, and she was confused on what he wanted to do, and so yeah, he asked her to rub extra oil on the inside of his anus, is the way it's coming out now. So yeah, he was redirecting the plaintiff towards his anus. Watson asked the plaintiff to use more and more oil on his anus. Plaintiff started to get uncomfortable, and then she wanted to give Watson the benefit of the doubt, which I don't know, but your ass getting fingered. Give the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Put your thumb in me, bum.
So, so he then got more specific, and he said, "I wanted you to work on the inner part of my anus."
The fuck is wrong
Watson
with him?
got more aggressive, now telling her to go higher and higher towards his penis. Plaintiff said no, and said she was confused because that is not where his glutes were located. So Watson kept insisting, saying, "Come up more and go here towards his genitals."
God!
So it's getting pretty bad. So,
Holy shit!
So-
He's in some serious.
so
trouble.
now so we're at 16 now. So what do you think is going to happen now after it goes through? This is the end of his career, don't you think?
Oh, it'd have to be. If he's found guilty, that's a lot of years in prison.
Yeah, he's a
And
sexual
not
deviant now.
Well, not to mention the NFL's going to suspend him indefinitely. I mean, his career is done. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
The first thing I thought about is, who doesn't want their asshole rubbed with baby oil?
God, go closer to me, bum.
I thought that was the norm.
Yeah.
It's not? Oh, okay.
Apparently not. I don't know. But,
Look, Tom Segura said, put another knuckle in there. Let's party.
but yeah, so this is pretty bad. And they said there is a possibility there could be more women that are going to come forward if there is something going on. And it's just all masseuses, man. He's into that.
I could see if it was just two women, like they were in cahoots to get money out of him, but not 16. That's he's a major perv.
But I did see that in the suit, how they'll hand out the money is whose ever finger went up
Here it
farther up
comes.
the ass.
I knew it was coming.
It goes the money goes in increments. So if you go up to the middle knuckle, that's more money. Each time you hit a knuckle or part of your joint in your knuckle, that's more money. So
The further in, the more you get.
and then the women are going to be fighting it up. Hey, I went 3 knuckles, bitch.
I got 2 fingers.
Oh yeah, well I stuck my fist up his ass.
I was an elbow in, man.
Sean's a big fister.
That's got to be at least worth 10, right?
Yeah. So Gavin, so what do you think in regards to how much longer does this have to wait till all of a sudden Houston releases him?
I don't know. I've been hearing reports that there's probably, I think it was a fake one and all that, but there were a lot of reports that if this gets any worse, then he's going to get released. And I know a lot of teams are not going to want him. I actually think no team wants him for the things that are going on.
Nobody wants that heat.
No way.
But
Well, that's like,
there were so many reports coming out that he was going to get released anytime in like the next 4 weeks.
oh, they're going to want to do it before the June deadline too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but for the June 1st deadline
Uh-huh.
because of the cap hit deadline.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to take that hit in money because, well, I mean, the chance you take? I mean, how long is this court process going to take? You know these things, how long these things drag out. But June 1st, they're going to have to pay him all that fucking money that they just signed him to. What do you think's going to happen? If the NFL gets on their shit and gets their investigation going and find out really fast, then I could see some, but that's a tough decision. Do you release him before the June 1st deadline? Or do you ride it out and think, hey, maybe he can get out of it by paying a lot of money?
I'm sure that's what this is.
But the
all
NFL's
about.
still going to suspend him, just like Jaron Reed. That's no longer a Seahawk. When he got suspended for the first 6 games, not last year, but the year before?
Yeah.
And he was never convicted.
No, yeah, they dropped it or something.
But the NFL's investigation, they still suspended him 6 weeks. So imagine what's going to happen to Deshaun Watson. I mean, if he's convicted of getting butt raped by women masseuses, I mean, how bad is this going to be for this guy? We're talking prison time.
Well, not only that, just think about how many teams out there that were wanting to pull the plug on trading for Deshaun Watson are looking back now going, oh my God, thank God we didn't get him. Because they would have given away their franchise just to get him. And now
makes me think that, gosh, I wish the Niners had given up everything for him.
Oh, wouldn't that have been great?
Wouldn't that have been awesome?
yeah.
I would have liked that. But yeah, it's gonna get to the point where, yeah, they're gonna have to release him, especially when the Heat.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he, like you said, they could. Say obviously we get 16 women right now, it could get worse, right? More women could come out. Then are you gonna have, is he gonna settle out of court with all 16 or more women, and then that's all said and done, and then you're gonna have Now, like you said, the NFL could be up in his ass, and he could be suspended for a long. He could miss a full fucking. That's a long time to suspend for maybe a full season.
Honestly, the NFL doesn't have to. They've got their own set of rules. They don't have to wait. You just like Antonio Brown, he was never convicted, but hey, shit, he was out of football for what, a year and a half?
Yeah,
that's their own. If they think you're affecting the Shield, you're toast. Plain and simple, you're done. And I guarantee he will be suspended indefinitely by the NFL.
Yeah, he's in a world of hurt. There's not, like Brian said, I think to the fact that now so many of them are lining up. I mean, that's just like, it's gonna be tough to get out. I mean, but like I said, some women are gonna be willing to take, money to make this
go by.
Yeah,
But I guarantee you, there's at least one or two that have principles, and are like, I don't want your money. I want you to go to jail.
yeah.
Because there's always, there's always that too. One or two that are going to say, no, I don't want your money. It's not about your money. And then the other 14 are going to be like, pay me, bitch.
Especially the one that was asked to finger his ass.
Yeah, I mean, if I was forced to finger his ass, I'd want a lot of dough. I mean, I'll do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't. It's going to take a lot of money. I mean, I'll oil.
Well, wait a minute.
I'll put the oil right through your bum, out your schnoz for a decent amount of money.
Absolutely, because didn't we talk about with Dak getting his big contract that I would lick his taint for $100 grand?
I wasn't here. I heard about that.
So imagine what I would do, money wise.
There was a long conversation about eating scrum.
It's just like, God.
Sorry, Pat. What was it?
I would just say,
It's like that skit Tom Segura's got about the way to a man's heart is through his taint. Put a vibrator down there, and that man will not leave you alone. Don't start on number 10 because you're going to send him to the hospital. Start on number 1 and make him shiver.
But yeah, I mean, he's in a world of hurt now. It's getting worse and worse and worse, and so
I don't see
it's
him
getting
making
darker,
it
and it's
out.
getting to the point where there's like, now it's just more than not just I want a happy ending and stuff. Now it's like sexual assault and physical grabbing and things like that. So he's grabbing women's asses. There's one that said he grabbed her by the vagina and
once the minute
all sorts of shit. So
once the minute the word no comes out from any of the women, you're toast.
Yep.
And he continued. He's done. And if they can prove it, obviously. I mean, but honestly, like I said, if it's 2 women, you can fight that. 16 women all saying the same thing, dude, you're toast, dude.
Yeah, especially women. He flew to his home in Houston, and he still violated him or did some kind of touch my butt, whatever he did. But
what a dumbass! He could have paid somebody to, if that's what he's into. There's plenty of people. He could have called me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Seriously,
Oh.
What the point I'm trying to make is him doing this with women against her will, where he could have paid. There's people out there that do that kind of shit.
oh yeah, could have an escort or something.
Yeah, absolutely. They
Signed
could have
in,
absolutely. So it
non-disclosure
doesn't.
agreement,
It
shit like that.
shows you how big of a dumbass he is. I mean, whatever, that's your thing, whatever, who cares? You could have very easily paid to have somebody do that, but now
It's arrogance.
Yeah,
it's all fucking arrogance.
Yeah,
man.
these athletes or people that got money,